We're really on the front lines of what I would consider kind of a Red Dawn or Cold War type mindset.
24/7, 365, we're here with pilots and maintainers, ready to get these airplanes airborne on a moment's notice.
Melting sea ice is changing the nature and politics of the Arctic Ocean. New sea passages opening through international waters are spurring geopolitical competition for resources and strategic strongholds. Now, the U.S. military is revising its Arctic strategy.
We see them practicing attacks on the U.S. and Canada. As the closest avenue of approach, we do see that as a front line of defense and something that we are making sure that we are able to defend.
So this is really the front line in what is an increasing competition for the Arctic. Commercial, military competition.
How are things changing and why are they changing?
The decreased Arctic sea ice has resulted in increased human activity, both from Russia and from China. And that's presented unique opportunities for national security concerns.
We've seen the increased activity in the Arctic. We are responding in kind with the corresponding increase in the resources being applied to that.
There's a massive military build-up in the Arctic Circle, with the US, China and Russia all vowing for sway in the region. And a race for resources further increases the likelihood of armed conflict.
The frigid north is on a war footing. Recent NATO war games held in the Norwegian snow, the largest in 40 years, made that clear, as the West recognizes an apparent rising Russian threat at the top of the world.
Russia has remilitarized the Arctic for 10, 12 years heavily, and NATO has done almost nothing and only recently.
The Arctic is likely to be the future frontier for great power competition. The US has increased Arctic patrols and this year allocated more than $175 million on new Arctic military projects. China has announced an Arctic strategy and built 2 icebreaker ships, while Russia is the most active, reopening Cold War-era Arctic bases, extending runways to accommodate nuclear bombers, and commissioning new icebreaker ships and submarines to strengthen its might in northern seas. There are fears a race for resources could lead to a boil-over. Thawing ice sheets are revealing new shipping lanes and an estimated $1 trillion worth of rare earth minerals. 30% of the world's untapped gas and 13% of its oil, for so long out of reach, may soon be accessible. And NATO's Arctic bastion, Norway, has already been attacked. Norwegian jets were scrambled at least 34 times last year, responding to possible Russian incursions. Russia is alleged to have carried out mock bombing runs, routinely jammed GPS signals in Norway, and to have hacked its parliament's computer systems. Russia claims Norway is the one being provocative, pointing to its hosting of regular NATO war games and allowing the US to operate bases on Norwegian soil. More NATO war games are scheduled here next year.